The power of a new beginning. Every sunrise is an invitation to start again, but most people hit snooze on their future. Not because they're lazy, not because they don't want more, but because starting feels scary. Every new beginning asks you a difficult question. What if I try and I fail? So instead of risking failure, many people choose familiarity. They choose the pain they know over the possibility they don't. And that's how dreams slowly die. Not with a loud crash, but with silence. You don't need it all figured out. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. You don't need to have everything figured out to begin. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need approval. You don't need confidence. What you need is courage. Because greatness doesn't begin with clarity. It begins with courage. We've been taught a lie. Wait until you're ready. But the truth is, you will never feel fully ready. Readiness is a result of action, not a requirement for it. Most people are waiting for motivation before they move. But motivation comes after movement. You don't get confidence and then take the step. You take the step, and confidence follows. The fear of starting over. Starting again can feel like admitting failure. You might say, I'm too old to start again. People will laugh at me. I've already wasted too much time. What if this doesn't work? But let me ask you a better question. What if it does work? What if this new beginning is the turning point of your life? The fear you feel is not a sign to stop. It's a sign that what you're about to do matters. J.K. Rowling's New Beginning. Let's talk about J.K. Rowling. Before the world knew her name, before the movies, before the billions, she was broke. She was a single mother, unemployed, living on welfare. At one point, she described herself as poor as it is possible to be in modern Britain without being homeless. She didn't have a fancy office. She didn't have investors. She didn't have connections. She had a story, and she had fear. So where did she write? In cafés. Why cafés? Because she couldn't afford to heat her apartment. She would sit there for hours, writing while her baby slept beside her in a stroller. She is rejected. Again, and again, and again. Publishers told her, this won't sell. Children's fantasy isn't profitable. Find something more realistic. But here's the powerful part of her story. She didn't need the world to believe in her. She just needed to keep going. One small step at a time, one page at a time, one cafe at a time. That small, scared beginning became Harry Potter, one of the most successful book franchises in history. Her life didn't change because she was fearless. It changed because she started anyway. Your cafe moment. Now let me ask you, what is your cafe? That place where you start, even when it's uncomfortable. That moment where you work with what you have, not what you wish you had. That is your cafe. Maybe your cafe is a small phone recording your first video, a notebook with messy ideas, a business started with 0 customers, a new skill you're learning late at night, a second chance after a painful setback. Your beginning doesn't have to be impressive. It just has to be honest. No one starts legendary. They become legendary by starting. Small steps matter. Here's what most people misunderstand about success. They think big results come from big actions. But life doesn't change in leaps. It changes in steps. Every step you take today plants a seed. Your future self will thank you for it. That seed might not grow tomorrow. It might not grow next week. But if you don't plant it, nothing will ever grow. You don't see the roots at first. But underground, something is happening. Discipline looks boring before it looks powerful. Consistency looks small before it looks unstoppable. The cost of not starting. Let's be real. The biggest regret people have is not failure. It's not trying. Nobody lies awake at night thinking, I wish I had never tried. They think, I wonder what would have happened if I did. Time will move forward whether you act or not. The question is, will you move with it? 1 year from now, you'll either say, "I'm glad I started," or "I wish I had." Reframing failure. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every setback is information. Every mistake is feedback. You're not behind. You're becoming. And starting again doesn't mean you lost. It means you refused to quit. Start anyway. So here's my message to you today. Start small. Start messy. Start scared. But start. Write the first page. Post the first video. Make the first call. Take the first step. You don't need permission to become who you were meant to be. Every sunrise is still inviting you. The question is, will you answer because this new beginning you're afraid of might be the breakthrough you've been praying for? Start today. Your future is waiting. Stay positive-minded. The vision remains the goal.